Globalization also refers to, I think, the ease of communications and the rise of the internet and the creation of new kinds of networks that make it extremely easy and cheap for people to communicate and for things abroad to affect us here at home in a way they didn't used to 50 years ago or even 25 years ago. So if you look today at the American stock markets, they move up and down in reaction to what's happening in Greece. Whether Greece is going to be able to pay back its bonds has a direct and immediate impact in the same day on the Dow Jones. That's something that probably wouldn't have happened 30 years ago or 40 years ago, but the speed and quickness and cheapness of communications makes that possible. However, we'd be the first to admit that globalization is not an undiluted good. Globalization also makes bad things possible. So, for example, transnational criminal networks, drug smuggling, pollution crosses state borders, terrorism crosses state borders. In fact, a lot of these problems use the same channels of international commerce and communication to move around the world, just as goods, capital, and people do. That has sparked, I think, in our view, a response, which is to try to create regulatory regimes that control these new types of globalization. We call it in the book global governance, but people refer to it as many different things. But the basic idea is that it's outside the power of a single nation state to effectively regulate any of these things anymore. It used to be within the power of one country to affect most of the goods, services, and capital, and to control problems like pollution and crime that occurred within its borders. But today, because of the ease of transportation, because of the ease of communication, because of globalization, it lies outside the power of most nation states to effectively regulate these new types of problems. And so what you've had is the rise, we argue, of a new kind of governance, global governance. And it has two features to it. One,